Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Indy. I hope you guys had a great day and I hope you enjoyed our last video. So today's video is going to be about Google SEO or search engine optimization. So let's get started. So what is SEO or search engine optimization? To simplify, it's about the quality and quantity of a website and the traffic it leads to that website. And Google works really hard on a consistent and regular basis doing this to make sure that if a person is searching for something specific, they end up finding what they're looking for. So hence, I get this question asked all the time because we manage a lot of clients and we do an SEO for them, or we develop websites. So we get a lot of questions asked as to why my website is not ranking and why we are not appearing. Search engine optimization is not what it used to be up till about 5 years ago. It has changed. Google has worked really hard to improve the quality and the quantity of the search results. One, they have made sure that there are certain guidelines that people follow or developers follow to make sure that the search results are relevant and are of quality and quantity. So we'll start with quality first. In order for any website to rank organically on search engine, it has to meet 4 criteria. 1, it is SSL and TLS secure. SSL's full form is Secure Socket Layer and TLS's full form is Transport Layer Security. What that basically in simple means is when you actually visit a website, it should have a lock button in the bottom like you're seeing on your screen right now, which just is that if there is a connection between the server and the end user, it's secured, which means no one can hack into it. However, if the website did not have the TLS or the SSL, it's open. The data transmitted between the server and the website is not secured, which means there are 100% chances of data loss or hacking. Google has really started cracking down on websites that are not SSL or TLS secured, and you should, if you have a website and you're a business owner, you should make sure that your website has that lock button so it is secure. Second point that Google is looking at really hard is the privacy policy, where you actually enter a website. For example, again going back to the device, so if we were to just refresh this page, so when the website actually loads up, you can see we use cookies on our website to see how you interact with it. By accepting, you agree to our use of such cookies. So basically what it is that you have to put a GDPR policy on your website where you are informing the end user that their data is being collected, and you have to do that now. Google is really hammering hard to websites that are not doing that, to a point where those websites, if they were ranking higher on the SEO, they would not be appearing in the search results. Make sure that you have the GDPR policy on your website, which is basically allowing the end user their rights and letting them know that their data is being collected. It should be in their hands whether or not they want to share their data with you or not. Number 3 is making sure your metadata and keywords pertaining to your business are relevant. We would sell pastries and cakes and bread and what you have. So a restaurant can't use the words like cakes, pastries and bread, because a restaurant would be serving up dishes and a bakery would be serving up cakes, pastries and what is a bakery considered item. On the other hand, a bakery cannot use keywords like a restaurant, or they can't use words like butter chicken or tandoori chicken or whatnot because it's going to be irrelevant to what the business is and what it should be providing. Basically, use the right keywords and metadata. The fourth point, which is very important, is making sure that your website has enough pages pertaining to relevant information for the end user. You should have a contact us page, you should have an about us page, you should have a privacy policy page, you should have a terms and conditions page, and you should have your product pages which is pertaining to your business. It could be anything, you know, if you're a restaurant, then you should have a menu there with all your dishes laid out. If you're a bakery, you should have a menu with all your dishes laid out. There is a bonus point here. Your website needs to be I guess responsive. It has to load up really fast, has to be quick, simple. Use graphics, but use as much as less as you can, because the time it takes for a user to connect to your website also impacts your ranking on the search engine. Things you could do to improve your search engine optimization or the ranking of your website. So let's start with one, Google My Business. Now this is quite important. If you are a bricks and mortars business, which is if you have retail outlets, you should be on Google My Business and make sure that your business is registered, and the addresses are accurate, the contact number is accurate, you respond to your reviews, and make sure that you are highly interactable via Google My Business, because Google My Business, believe it or not, actually adds up to the quality of your website. Now let's move on to the other part of it, is Google Maps. Make sure your business is accurately I guess localized or based on a location accurately, where if a person is searching for your business, they should be easily able to find your business on Google Maps, and it should be accurate address of your business. That does impact your ranking on Google SEO. Believe it or not, it does. We always see this with our clients, and it's just one of those things that Google is hammering. Now, I'll just pause here for a second and I'll tell you why that is. You see, Google Maps is run by Google, of course. Google My Business is run by Google, of course. And Google Search Engine is run by Google. So you see, Google has been very silently in the background integrating Google My Business, Google Maps, and the Google Search Engine to work in tandem, so that the search results for when a person searches something on Google is as accurate as possible. Now, moving on to the next point. I get a lot of calls when people say, why is my website not ranking on basically on the search engine? Again, I will iterate on this point and I'll make it as loud as possible. Google search engine doesn't work the way it used to work 5 years ago. A lot has changed. You see, Google now uses GPS to make sure that the relevant results are provided to the user. So for example, if a person was sitting in a specific location and they were looking for, again, a bakery around them, it's going to show the most closest and relevant location of a bakery or a business as close as possible for convenience. That's how Google is working. Now, coming back to that, now it would make more sense when I said that Google Maps is working in tandem with Google Search Engine. So having your location relevantly put on Google Maps is quite important, and you should do that right away. Again, the search engine optimization is a vast topic. We can get into the gravity of it, and I will continue on to make more videos. That search engine optimization doesn't have to be complicated. If you really want to simplify, you need to follow certain steps. Make sure your website is fresh. Make sure your Google My Business accounts are really accurate, has information, interact from there. If you have reviews in there, if you have bad reviews or good reviews, respond to them, because that is going to impact your business a lot online. Google Maps, make sure that your address is accurate on there now, and make sure that you have a GDPR privacy policy on your website. Make sure your website is Ssl Tls secured. These 5 points are really going to help improve the search engines ranking of your website. These are important points that you really need to remember. There is one more point to help the health and the quantity of your business. Like I said, quality and quantity. That is what search engine optimization is working on, or specifically Google is working on. Just remember this. If you have social media like Facebook and Instagram, use that as key tools to drive traffic, because that will help improve the quality, because as many visitors you get on your website on a regular basis also impacts towards the ranking of your website. Make sure that if you have Facebook, YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, and you're using these verticals, drive your customers from that business to your website, because more visitors that you will get, the better it's going to help improve. It's telling Google out there that your business is sought after, so it's going to start ranking it. To stay relevant and make sure that you're actually going to appear correctly and appear on search results, make sure that your Google My Business is quite predominant and active. You are active from there, because that gives you a leg up. Website's response time, so how quickly your website loads, how quickly your website is appearing, and how relevant your keywords and metadata is. 24-hour cycle, Google crawls, or the crawling algorithms crawl the searches and make sure that irrelevant data, and compare that data per millisecond to make sure that the invalid results or invalid websites are removed as they go along. Just make sure that your websites are really fresh, they are looked after, you are covering all your bases there, social medias are in tandem, and you have enough visitors feeding back and forth. Google My Business is quite I guess active, and Google Maps is accurate. That will help your SEO search engine. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, do whatever you want, man.